Hello, hello, hello. How are you today? Well, I hope. So, welcome to Makeup and Music Legends. I am Ashley Scarborough and I'm a certified makeup artist, and I'm going to do my makeup while I talk to you about a country music legend. So, I thought this would be fun to kind of learn different things about different country music legends while I do my makeup and just kind of share with you different stuff. So I thought today we would talk about Miss Dolly Parton. So most everybody is familiar with her. I mean, she's been around forever, and if you don't know who she is, I'm not quite sure where you've been all these years. So you might want to figure out who she is. So yeah, you'll know after today for sure. So I'm wearing my Cash, Willie, Hank, Waylon, and Merle shirt. Probably need to get me a Dolly shirt too though, right? So anyways, I'll probably talk about them at some point too, because they're also music legends and they're worth talking about. I'll have to do some research on them. But y'all, Dolly Parton, so I'm also wearing my bling today because she, as we know, is a blingy gal, right? So I got my big old red jewel on, my earrings, my blinged out bracelet. She's a blingy gal. She does not fall short when it comes to makeup, hair, and overall appearance, right? She is quite something. So anyways, yeah, I did not realize, I mean, I knew that there would be quite a bit of information about her, but didn't quite really know how much I would find out when I was doing my research, so to speak. There's a lot of stuff about her that goes just way beyond her career in country music. That's where it started, but she has she's got a lot of success in other areas too throughout her life, really. She's got decades of success. So I'm going to kind of share that with you, and I bet you'll be surprised to hear everything about her. So she's got quite a bit. How's everybody's day going so far? Mine's going well. I'm actually starting it off doing this, so that's good. Okay, so let's talk about Dolly. I wrote my notes because I want to make sure that I share everything with you and don't leave anything out. And believe me, I'm actually going to leave things out because there was so much information about her that I can't even, I would be talking forever about Dolly. If you just Google Dolly Parton, you'll see. So I just tried to pick out the most important stuff. So her name is Dolly Rebecca Parton. And she was born January 19th, 1946 in Nashville, Tennessee. Or, I'm sorry, I'm not sure if it was Nashville. I should correct myself because it didn't say, just Tennessee. I'm thinking of Nashville because that's the country music capital. But it was in Tennessee is what it said. So don't quote that part of Nashville. But January 19th, 1946. So she's 74 years old and she looks dang good, right? Of course, we know why, and she's proud of that. We'll talk about a bit about that too later. Dolly is an American singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, record producer, actress, author, businesswoman, and humanitarian. So her list is pretty good there. But she's mostly known for her work in country music. And that's where it all started for Miss Dolly. Her debut album was in 1967, and it was titled Hello, I'm Dolly. Imagine that. She got steady success during the remainder of the 60s, when she was, mostly solo, but she also started doing some duet music with Porter Wagner, and she would go on to do other duets with other people like Kenny Rogers and some other country artists. But Porter Wagner, she did quite a few duets with him in the late 60s. And that probably kind of helped her rise a little bit to her fame, because I think that he was probably already well known in the late 60s when she joined forces with him to make duets. Anyways, her sales and chart peak came in the 70s and continued into the 80s. So she was really, I would say she was really rocking and rolling in the 80s. And in fact, that's when I remember Miss Dolly, because my parents listened to, what we call prime country now is country music from the 80s and 90s. That's what they call prime country. At least that's what Sirius XM calls prime country. If you listen to prime country, Sirius XM radio station, it's country music from the 80s and 90s. I love it. Isn't that great? Prime country. It's one of the best stations on the XM radio. It's probably my go-to. Anyways, but I remember listening to Dolly Parton when I was growing up in the 80s. So remember her song Jolene? It's one of the best. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm apparently giddy this morning. I'll tell you what, I sound better when you've had a couple drinks. Okay, anyways, back to Dolly. So she even made music into the 90s. So her 90s albums didn't sell as well, but she did still have success. And even into the 2000s, where she released various albums, and she even got her own record label titled, you know it, Dolly Records. Okay, and I'm sure there has been lots of aspiring artists get their big break from Dolly Records, right? Yeah. Okay, so anyways, remember how I said she was a multi-instrumentalist? Okay, listen to some of these instruments that she can play. And this is probably just some, right? I'm sure there's even more out there, because she is multi-talented. So she can play the guitar, the banjo, piano, violin, harmonica, and the saxophone. So I don't know if she plays these instruments from ear, like she can play, from just hearing music, or if she can read music. I bet she can probably read music, but she may also be really talented enough to even just play by ear, which I think is totally awesome. Well, I mean, if you can read music, that's awesome too, because I can't do either. I do not excel in the music industry, the music world. And I would love, it's like when I was a kid, I would pretend I was a big music star, and I would pretend to play the guitar and sing and put on concerts. That was probably my big dream. And I'd say that's still a dream. I'd like to do that. And you just heard me sing, so I can't sing that well. But anyways, if I could play an instrument, that would be so cool. So people who can play instruments, I just really think that's so awesome. I'm amazed by people who can just pick up a guitar and sit down and just have a jam session. Just sit down and start playing and singing. I just think that's super cool. Okay, I'm getting off topic here. Okay, let's go back to Dolly. So I'm fixing to tell you all about her like statistics, I guess you could say. The success she's had just in the music industry, okay? It's pretty crazy. So she's had 25 songs to reach #1 on the Billboard Country Music charts. She tied with Reba McEntire for record for a female artist. And we know Reba, right? Reba's a fellow Okie. I'll probably do a video on Reba one of these days, because why wouldn't I? I mean, we're both Okie girls. She had 44 career top 10 country albums and 110 career charted singles over the past 40 years. 10 Grammy Awards. I don't know. I mean, I would have to look it up. I didn't look it up. But I don't know. Is there anyone else out there who's got 10 Grammy Awards? I don't know. I don't know. That's a lot of Grammys. I mean, people are probably fortunate to get 2 or 3. Some people are fortunate to get 1, but 10? I mean, I know she's been in the biz a long time, but 10, wow. Okay, 10 Grammy Awards, 49 nominations, including the Lifetime Achievement Award. So that wasn't just a nomination, she actually won that award. And a 2020 win for King Country. I'm not sure what that is. Some sort of prestigious award, I'm assuming, and I'm sure she deserves it. 10 Country Music Association Awards, so CMAs. Entertainer of the Year, yeah. So Entertainer of the Year typically is a male slated award. But Miss Dolly is one of only seven females to win that award. Of all the country music artists, only 7 of them. I mean, I'm seeing a pattern here. But anyways, only 7 of them have won Entertainer of the Year. And Dolly's been one of them. So that's good. She most definitely deserves it. And I'm sure the other ladies that have won it deserved it too. But I'm also probably sure that there's other ladies out there that also deserve it, that should be winning. Anyways, okay. I get off topic sometimes. You have to reel me back in. Okay, so she won Entertainer of the Year. She's won 5 Academy of Country Music Awards. Those are AC Academy of Country Music, ACMs or ACAs, however you there's CMAs, ACAs, I don't know. There's too many. 4 People's Choice Awards and 3 American Music Awards. So she's won a lot. She's probably got a whole room bigger than this room here, full of all her little awards. Pretty cool, huh? Okay. So, well, I think it's safe to say that Dolly is, well, it's good to be Dolly, right? When you say, it's good to be Dolly. Okay, so in 1999, she was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. Yay, Dolly. And she has composed over 3,000 songs. See, I reading my notes and doing my makeup, I may not be a very good multitasker. 3,000. There's a difference there between 300 and 3,000. 3,000 songs. She's composed over 3,000 songs. That's quite a bit of songs. Okay. So that's just her music career. So let's talk a little bit about her acting career, because we also know that she's an actress. So she has starred in several movies. She was in 9 to 5, The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, Rhinestone, and Still Magnolias, which is probably one that most of us remember, Straight Talk, and a movie called Joyful Noise that I don't think I saw. I actually didn't see. I only saw 9 to 5 and Still Magnolias. I think I might have saw Straight Talk. I'm not sure. Okay, so anyways. She earned Golden Globe nominations and Best Actress for her work in her movies too, by the way. Okay, so she's just, and I would say she pretty much is successful in pretty much anything she does, whether it's singing or acting. I mean, I bet I would probably think that singing is probably her passion, because she seems to have had most success in that, but she probably wanted to try her hand out at acting, and she, you know, managed to be successful at it too. So, you know, and why not? Why not try different things? Okay, so let's talk a little bit about her personal life. So she is the fourth of 4 children, or I'm sorry, 12 children. She's the fourth of 12 kids. She married a guy named Carl Thomas Dean, and they were married on May 30th, 1966. And that's the only guy she's ever, you know, they're still married. So, she typically doesn't use his last name, except for like when she's signing contracts, or that last name is on her passport. So, I mean, we're gonna know her as Parton, but she'll use his last name on signing contracts or on the passport. Other than that, she's Dolly Parton. He is retired from running an asphalt road paving business in Nashville. So he ran that business and he retired from that. And he prefers to stay out of the spotlight. So, you know, now that I think about this, I never recall seeing him like anywhere with her. Like anytime she like is in the spotlight or in the public eye, like she's always alone, basically by herself. He's never with her, and it's because he does not like to go into the spotlight. So he stays out of the spotlight. He rarely accompanies her to any of her events. In fact, she says that he's only seen her perform one time. I don't know. I mean, she says that, but I mean, I guess it's true, but that seems odd. Like, of all the times that she's performed and you've only seen it one time, I guess maybe like in person. He's only seen her one time in person. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Anyways, but she says he's very, very sweet because he writes poetry for her, and they even renewed their wedding vows on their 50th wedding anniversary in 2016. Oh, so sweet. Okay, that is sweet. So they've been married quite a long time. I didn't do the math, but, oh, well, I guess it's over 50 years, but even longer than that now. And I think that's sweet that they have been married that long, because you don't see that too much with famous people. So I think that's sweet. Anyways, okay. So moving on. Here's something about me and Dolly that we actually have in common. So she suffered from endometriosis, and that required her to have a hysterectomy, which I don't know, I didn't see an age at which she had her hysterectomy, but that is the reason that they don't have any children. So her and Carl have no kids, but since she has so many siblings, she has a lot of nieces and nephews, and so I guess she enjoys, being the cool aunt, which, man, if you had Dolly Parton as your aunt, wouldn't that be awesome? And she's actually the godmother to Miley Cyrus. Okay. I'm just not say anything about that. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about Dolly's public image. But first, let me apply my eyeliner. I don't know if I can talk and apply my eyeliner at the same time. Well, I guess I can because I'm doing it. But I can't read my notes and apply my eyeliner at the same time, right? I can't look down at my notes and do eyeliner. So bear with me for a second. We're also going to see how good my editing skills are on this video. Whether I can edit very good or not, I don't even know. My wing over here is looking a little crazy. Can always go and fill in wings. Sorry, I've got the mirror in front of this. Okay, so let's talk about Dolly's public image for a sec. So, she was on the cover of the 1978 issue of Playboy, wearing the Playboy bunny outfit, but she turned down several offers to pose in the magazine. She's undergone considerable plastic surgeries. She believes it's imperative in keeping up with her famous image, and she's quoted as saying, quote, "It takes a lot of money to look this cheap," unquote, end quote. That's Dolly. Right? Okay, so since the 80s, Dolly has supported many charities. She is a big advocate of literacy, charities dealing with literacy. So through literacy, and she started a foundation, which she calls, wait for it, the Dollywood Foundation. Okay, so she started her charity called the Dollywood Foundation, and so through this charity, it's a literacy it's a literacy program. It's called Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. and it mails books. So 1 book per month to each child enrolled from their birth until kindergarten. And actually, my daughter was in that. I enrolled my daughter in that book club when she was a baby, and seriously, every month we got a book, and it had Dollywood Foundation on it, and she got a free book every month until she went to kindergarten. And we read those books all the time as bedtime stories, and I donated them to other children that needed them after Sophie outgrew them, because they're like obviously age appropriate. But yeah, they're nice little books, good little books. So that is a legit program. So anyways, she's done quite a bit for charities, including the Red Cross through her Dollywood Foundation. And she has her amusement park too, which is also, it's not a charity, but she likes to name everything Dolly, I guess, because her amusement park is named Dollywood also. Okay, so what about her songs though? So some of the most probably famous songs would be like Jolene, which you heard me try to sing, and I probably really screwed it up. Jolene, I Will Always Love You. Who doesn't remember that? Because y'all, Whitney Houston did not sing that song first. That is Dolly Parton's song. 9 to 5, which was also made famous for the movie. Coat of Many Colors, which talks about her childhood. And then Islands in the Stream. That was one of her duets with Kenny Rogers. So, if you're curious about any of her songs, you should go Google them and listen, and I bet you'll be like, oh, I've heard that song before. Yeah, you have. So I'm just finishing up my lips here, and I need to add in some blush and highlighter. But I wanted to put this lipstick on so it could dry for a minute. And I'm gonna put on a little bit of blush. If I can find the right brush here. Anyway, so what did you think about my information on Miss Dolly Parton? Pretty interesting, I thought. She's an interesting lady. And I could actually talk more and more and more about her, but I don't have time. We might be here all day, and I'd be done with my makeup, and we'd still be sitting here talking about Dolly Parton. So we have to keep it short and sweet, right? Want you to finish watching this. So I'm just gonna add in a little bit of highlighter. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of concealer and kind of lighten up my lip here. Just to kind of create like a, if you use like a dark lip like this, you can put a little bit of concealer in the middle there, and it kind of lightens it up and gives you like an ombre look. So anyways, I think we're gonna call this a wrap. So what do you think about this look? Do you like it? Do you love it? Okay. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. spending this time with me for makeup and country music legends. Next time we'll do somebody else interesting and fun. And I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about Miss Dolly Parton. And I hope you enjoyed watching this look. Until next time, I'll see you again. Have a great day. Bye.